Hello and welcome to the 50-cent tour of Tuesday, August 20th, 2013. Please find a seat on the Liberty Bus and we will begin our tour. Hopefully it will be without too many bumps. NSA spying. The three pillars of government trust have fallen. This is huge in the news. So many things keep coming out, and it's difficult to know where to focus attention. But I think between the NSA scandal, the spying, Benghazi, and the IRS, there's just a lot of significant activity out there, and as far as people becoming aware of things. So this is a helpful article to understand the NSA aspect of that. And here is a little good news. The Indian Supreme Court panel recommends halt to all genetically modified field trials. And this coming Friday, the 25th, global march against chemtrails and geoengineering, and of course genetically modified foods are kind of in a tandem subject to this. And the Activist Post article says this is to remind everyone that a global march against chemtrails and geoengineering will take place in countries around the world Sunday, August 25th, 2013. And they have a link here where you can go and find more information. And it's Global March Against Chemtrails and Geoengineering. That is the name of the website, and add a .com to that. And that will get you to the website. And of course I do have the link in the notes today. And just for a bit of encouragement, I have Benjamin Fulford's blog from yesterday. And Benjamin, this is the YouTube video of his blog, which is just a voice recording of what he wrote. And he's mostly writing about Canada in this blog, but he's writing about the idea of we're just following orders, that people are just blindly going along and submitting to whatever is suggested to them. And he specifically is referring to the military. But interestingly enough, there's an article on Natural News, 5 Ways Social Conformity Destroys Your Health. And linking that with what Benjamin Fulford said about going along, we're just following orders, we're just doing what we were told. Well, that is not a healthy way to live. And this article exhibits that it's harmful to us. Social conformity suppresses the immune system by causing stress. Conformity prevents healthy decisions. Social conformity leads to depression. Social conformity causes emotional deprivation. And our number 5, it leads to thoughtless, dangerous acts. So, as I've been stating a lot lately, there's a lot of disinfo out there, even among truth and liberty, alternative media people. It's a crucial time to be weighing things for ourselves and not be following the crowd. But there are also some other interesting aspects of Fulford's video this week, the blog. So I hope that you'll maybe take a couple minutes to be able to watch that. Is free energy slowly being unveiled? Very interesting thought here. And this refers to the Tesla, when Tesla invented the first wireless communication device, he also discovered a form of free energy radiating throughout the whole universe. And Tesla was, this goes on to state in the activist post, he planned on displaying wireless electric power with his Warden Cliff Tower until it was sabotaged by financier J.P. Morgan. There's a film about the life of Tesla, or of course you can, I'm sure there are places online you can find to read about it. But he was at one point bought out to some extent by J.P. Morgan and was prevented from being able to release this technology to the world. And hopefully the moment is coming when some of these energy technologies, and this isn't the only one, but they'll be released. And interestingly enough, this has happened so many times in our history that something that was beneficial to a lot of people and had a lot of potential for clean and effective methods of doing something were sabotaged. And even another one, we watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit last night, and it's really clear, knowing a little bit of the story, of that it's true that the electric tram lines were bought by Rockefeller, and the company that ran the electric lines that was for transportation. And Rockefeller shut them down gradually and put in buses, and he did that so that people would become accustomed to internal combustion engines. And of course, he wanted to sell oil. So, as I said, this has been repeated through our history, and we've been so ripped off. And hopefully our time is indeed coming when some of these free energy sources will become available and accessible to all of us. Quite the opposite of that. Here I have a video on YouTube, Urgent Warning America, leaked document. This actually, the people speaking in this video are British, but they're talking about smart meters, and the information that they have has come from America because we've already been dealing with smart meters. And I have this video on the tour today because there are some great helpful lists of some of the health problems that can be caused by exposure to the emissions that from smart meters. So if your community is in a struggle right now with people who want to install smart meters, energy companies who want to install smart meters, or if you're just trying to wake people up and get more information out there, this is a very helpful video. Has a lot of information about the real health issues associated with smart meters. And something else having to do with the UK. UK orders Guardian hard drives destroyed to gag Snowden leaks. And some of the Snowden information is on hard drives at the Guardian. And here's a RT video about it, and this is on Ascension with Mother Earth, but I also saw the same article on other sites today. So something that's currently happening, and it's unfortunate, but we probably shouldn't be too surprised. This I found a little surprising. Obama administration makes secret deal with Mexico to help illegal immigrants in the workplace. Why does that surprise me? Because, you hear about Obama in these secret high-level meetings supposedly, allegedly, trying to make things better for the middle class financially. And so is he doing that? Well, he might be doing that under pressure. I don't know. But then, you see the true colors here. The secret deal with Mexico to help illegal immigrants in the workplace, and just perpetuating the same problems that we've had. And, I think that we're going to need a rather dramatic shift in order to be free from some of these weights that we've all been carrying as Americans. I have this article, Terror Threats Rising as FEMA Orders $1 billion in Dehydrated Food. Everybody's all upset about this FEMA Region 3 thing, and there are other articles out this morning about FEMA buying food, FEMA buying, more weapons, this, that, and the other thing. Is some horrible event imminent? Well, I just, the headline I just read, Terror Threats Rising as FEMA Orders $1 billion in Dehydrated Food. That headline is from February 24th, 2011. So sometimes, and I'm wondering if the recent purchases that they're making, now I can't absolutely rule out some kind of a disaster. I can't absolutely rule out some horrible thing that they have planned. But I do trust in God, and I do believe that God has the final word, and He can prevent disasters from happening, even when there's, some wizard behind the curtain saying ignore the man behind the curtain, pulling all kinds of levers and dials that are going to bring about disasters. God can still prevent that. But I can't, like I said, I can't absolutely rule out the possibility of that, but I trust God that He will make a way if that does happen. But what I really believe is that these people know how to ruffle the feathers of the liberty movement. They want us to be afraid. They want us to, be in panic mode. They don't want us looking around at all the facts and deciphering what's really going on. They want us to play in a mud puddle while we could be looking at Niagara Falls. And I mostly believe that's what all this FEMA stuff is. I think they have ways of making it seem like there's secret information being released. And is it true? I don't know. It could be true. I mean, they've got the money to order this stuff just to mess with us if they want to. So if you're concerned about everything that you're hearing that FEMA's doing right now, I just want to remind you that they ordered $1 billion in dehydrated food in February of 2011. Just want to lend some perspective there. And for our good news of the day, it might not immediately sound like good news, but Natural News has an article, Sun will flip its magnetic field in 3 to 4 months, warns NASA. Oh, I guess you could be afraid of that, right? I mean, something else to be afraid of, as if we needed it. But I'm scrolling down, and the conclusion is upcoming magnetic reversal of the sun will actually help protect Earth, say experts. And this paragraph, during this upcoming pole flip, the sun's current sheet will become extra wavy. Since the Earth orbits the sun based on the movements of the current sheet, the Earth will also become more wavy, as will the space weather surrounding Earth. Cosmic rays, for instance, will behave differently when encountering a wavier current sheet, which could affect the normal cloudiness and climate of Earth. The wavier the current sheet, the better protected Earth will be from damaging cosmic rays. So, we got that going for us. And like I said, whatever the bad guys have planned, God has His own plan. And He has the power to carry out His plan, regardless of what people do. Can His plan be delayed? Yes, it can be delayed. And if we read the book of Daniel, we know that Daniel was praying for 21 days waiting for Michael, the angel Michael, and the warrior angel Michael, and Michael was able to finally get through to bring a message to Daniel. So there can be delays, but ultimately God's plan is the one that is implemented, and it's ideal when we agree with it, and when we're in a posture of faith, hope, and love, that helps release God's plan more quickly and more fully. So I am hoping that we can all take a stand against releasing loosh in the form of fear, anger, trepidation, panic, whatever, and not be afraid when we hear that FEMA's ordering MREs. The daily tour is a presentation of She Who Will Walk in the Dark Productions, and we thank you for participating with us in today's tour. Even if the magnetic fields of the sun shift, the dawn is still coming. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, take care, and insist on liberty.